Mussolini's Empire of Italy was so much afraid of Antonio Gramsci that at his trial the prosecutor said, "For the next 20 years we have to stop this brain from functioning." And after that, Antonio Gramsci was imprisoned for the next 20 years. And during this imprisonment, he developed the concept of hegemony. Antonio Gramsci was a great personality, and according to one survey, around 80,000 titles of the books, doctoral theses, essays, and articles in 28 languages are cited under his name. And here is one more piece of content where I am going to share with you the life of Antonio Gramsci and his important concept of hegemony. So before beginning this video, if you are new to this channel and have not subscribed to this channel yet, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates on English literature. And now without any further delay, let's begin this topic. If I have to tell you the meaning of Antonio Gramsci's hegemony in one simple sentence, then it is nothing but the technique used by the dominant class to brainwash everyone out there in the society in order to establish their own point of view as a valid one. Gramsci suggested that capitalism maintained its control not just through violence and political and economic coercion, but also through ideology. The bourgeoisie class develops a hegemonic culture which propagates its own values and norms so that they become the common sense values of all. A simple example can be seen in the establishment of hegemony created by the patriarchal society on the women of India. So according to our culture, women should stay at home, take care of the family, listen rubbish to the in-laws, and respects the husband irrespective of whether he takes care of her or not. A few years ago, a survey on domestic violence was conducted, and it was found that 53% of women still think that it's okay for their husbands to beat them. There was another study which I was reading a few days ago where it was stated that how Indian advertisements are stereotyping the image of women in India. On most of the advertisements we see on YouTube or television, we find the woman face dominating the advertisement. The astonishing thing about these advertisements is that these female characters are more likely to be shown as married and caretakers of the house. Most of the actors are playing the role of housewives in these advertisements. But on the other hand, for the characters where intelligence is the part of their character, male characters are more likely to be shown in such advertisements. So you see how advertisements or movies are playing a big role in circulating the ideology. On one hand, a woman is shown as a housewife, and on the other hand, the advertisements which are related to intelligence, the male characters are being portrayed. It would not be wrong to say that we become what we consume. Such advertisements can have dangerous effects on young girls. These misrepresented advertisements and movies where stereotypes of housewife and angel in the house is used can form the ideology in the young girls to accept their role in the society. The concept of hegemony can be linked to the concept of hypodermic needle theory. This theory is also known as magic bullet theory. This concept of hypodermic needle theory or magic bullet theory simply suggests that mass media has a direct, immediate, and powerful response to its audience. In simple terms, whatsoever the media is serving you, you will accept the message immediately. The media's message is a bullet fired from the media gun into the viewer's head directly. Though this theory was came during 1930s where the radio is the only source of news, we still can find its relevance to this present day. So in the case study of advertisement, we have seen how discourse on women is circulated in the society. Here the dominant class or hegemony group is the male citizen of the nation. In order to break this cultural hegemony, the domains like feminism or queer theory has been established. Feminism or LGBT rights counterattack the hegemony of the male and try to establish a different discourse which is against the established discourse in the society. So now it is clear that the hegemony in the culture is circulated through advertisements, books, educations, politics, so on and so forth. An important point to note here is that this circulation of ideologies is not a violent process but a process which takes place through consent. Remember that the definition of hegemony was asked in UGC NET examination. The answer was hegemony is a mode of persuading the society through non-coercive method. It involves the consent of the people who are being dominated. The case we have just seen, 53% of women in India still feels that it is right for their husband to beat them. So the dominant class, which are male citizens, keep on dominating the woman in India as they have given the concept by the female citizen of India. This concept of hegemony was developed by Antonio Gramsci in his book Prison Notebooks. Hegemony to Gramsci is the cultural, moral, ideological leadership of group over allied and subaltern groups. So here we can learn another important point, which is the use of the word subaltern, that is first used by Antonio Gramsci, but later on Gayatri Spivak used the same term in her essay Can the Subaltern Speak? So now let's talk a little about the prison notebooks written by Antonio Gramsci. We are only going to look at some important facts that we must remember for UGC NET examination. So there are 30 notebooks which include a series of essays written by the author while he was in prison. And in these notebooks, Gramsci shows exactly how the ruling class maintains power by influencing both political institutions like the courts and the police, and civil institutions such as churches, family and schools. After spending 11 years in the prison and developing these concepts in his prison notebooks, Antonio Gramsci came down with a lot of diseases. And at the young age of 46, Gramsci passed away. So with this we have to come to the end of this video. If you have any query, drop your questions in the comments below. I make sure to resolve all your doubts in my upcoming videos. If you are new to this channel and have not subscribed to this channel yet, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates. So that's it for this video. Thank you.